I just published last fall a book with Columbia University Press called Force of God, Political Theology and the Crisis of Liberal Democracy. In that book, I basically explore why we're in the kind of age of political confusion we are right now. But I look at it in a broad, deeper way. I do what's called a genealogy of Western thought, and I try to understand the forces that are shaping modern liberal democracy and also those forces that are tearing them apart.
Recently, my work is focused on the development of printing, religious publishing in Tibet from roughly the late 17th to 19th century, which was a time when there was a huge increase in woodblock printing in Tibet, and it coincided with the rise of several new and powerful polities like the Qing dynasty in China and the government of the 5th Dalai Lamas in Tibet. And so I've been working on the relationship between these prominent new polities and their use of kind of publishing of religious texts.
I'm really interested in the question of how God has been understood in the Abrahamic traditions, and God has been really seen as a sovereign or a kingly figure with words like Lord and King of Kings used to describe God. And so I'm really interested in seeing how that played out in the past and also how that's evolving in the present when monarchies are a decreasingly common way of life, and we see much more of an emergence of democratic governance and the value of democratic governance as well as of dictatorships.
I have two research projects in the works. The first is on a 4th century church historian, Eusebius, who provided the earliest history of Christianity from the time of Jesus up to the conversion of Constantine. And I'm particularly focusing on the way in which Eusebius plays a role in the formation of the Christian Bible, the Christian canon of Scripture. Related to that, I'm interested in the way in which Eusebius contributes to the transformation of the book in early Christianity, the way books are actually produced and the way they look, and the kinds of apparatus that Eusebius creates for the New Testament that becomes a kind of early cross-referencing system, as well as a kind of way to get into the relationships among the Gospels.
I love to teach, I love to talk. I tell people when they ask me what you do for a living, I said I think and talk and write and basically provoke. I've been doing that for over 4 decades right now, and I love basically the freedom to communicate with large groups of people, both increasingly in a digitally interconnected world, and also with people I meet on campus and off campus.
I think it's fun to be in religious studies and Buddhist studies because it's a multidisciplinary field. So some of the projects that I work on, I'm doing a lot of textual criticism, kind of close readings and comparisons of the witnesses of a particular Buddhist scripture to try to figure out what the history of that scripture was.
What I really love is that I have the opportunity to pursue the research questions that interest me most, and religious studies is such an interdisciplinary field that I can look at issues that I'm interested in focusing on with respect to the Middle East, but I can also look at ones that are affecting Muslim communities here in the US today. I can look at past issues, I can look at contemporary issues, and it all falls within the rubric of religious studies. And I love that I have many opportunities to share that in terms of public talks, engaging with our broader Denver community, and I also love the chance to share that in teaching, whether in classes in terms of the readings we assign or the assignments we do, but also in working one-on-one with students in independent studies and thesis work.
I've been at the University of Denver for 27 years, and one of the reasons I so much love teaching here is because they invite us to be scholar teachers, and that they provide an opportunity for us to share our scholarship, to share it not only with students, but also with members of the larger community that the University of Denver serves. I love teaching undergraduates. I love teaching graduate students, but I also love being out in the community and talking about my work and the work of the department. And because the university places that emphasis on being both a scholar and a teacher, sharing ideas is an important part of who I think I am and what I most love to do.